What if the next iPad Pro didn't just take a step forward, but completely change what we expect from a tablet? Before we get into it, drop a comment and tell me what feature you think Apple absolutely needs to upgrade next. Now, the upcoming Apple M5 iPad Pro 2025 is shaping up to be that game changer. It may look familiar on the outside, but inside, Apple seems to have packed in some of the most meaningful upgrades we've seen in a long time. Boosted power, blazing speed, new display tech, smarter cameras, AI capabilities, and a serious jump in efficiency. The real question is this the version that finally makes the iPad Pro feel worth the premium price? Let's unpack it all. Starting with the design, Apple is sticking with a look people already recognize and love. At first glance, the M5 iPad Pro 2025 looks almost identical to last year's models. Thin bezels, premium aluminum body, and that minimalistic Pro aesthetic. Some might wish for a more dramatic redesign, but Apple's clearly keeping the exterior familiar, so they can focus on changing everything inside. Both the 11-inch and 13-inch variants are keeping their sizes, but this year, both finally step up to 120Hz Ultra Retina tandem OLED displays. That is massive. The 11-inch model has been limited to LCD until now. For the first time, every size gets deep blacks, vibrant colors, and intense contrast. Add in stronger glass, improved scratch resistance, and a peak brightness of up to 2000 nits, and you're looking at one of Apple's best screens ever. Whether you're streaming HDR films, editing images, or sketching, the difference will be impossible to ignore. Now, the camera system, something most people never expect to matter on an iPad, is getting real attention. On the front, Apple is introducing dual 12MP sensors, with one tuned for portrait orientation and the other for landscape. It sounds simple, but it's a huge quality of life upgrade. No more weird angles on video calls or awkward framing when you rotate the device. Add better night mode and low-light performance, and FaceTime calls and selfies finally look crisp and natural. On the back, Apple is sticking with a 12MP wide camera and 3D LiDAR scanner. Not for Instagram shots, but for AR, spatial scanning, and professional workflows. Architects, designers, and developers already rely on LiDAR, and this new model improves depth mapping and capture accuracy in a noticeable way. That display deserves a closer look. Apple is branding it Ultra Retina Tandem OLED. Not just a single OLED panel, but two stacked together to boost brightness and longevity. At 2000 nits peak, using this outdoors shouldn't be a struggle anymore. HDR will pop, blacks will look truly black, colors will feel more realistic, gradients will appear smoother, and motion stays fluid with 120Hz per motion, which also adjusts dynamically to concert battery. For artists, editors, and filmmakers, this is a legit professional-grade screen. Color accuracy for photo editing, true HDR playback for video, and precise Apple Pencil responsiveness for illustrators. Even everyday users will instantly notice the clarity. Then there's the M5 chip, the real powerhouse, built on TSMC's advanced 3nm N3P process. Apple is promising around 15 to 25% more performance than the previous generation. That might not sound wild on paper, but in real use it means faster app launches, smoother graphics, and effortless multitasking. And it's not just about raw power, it's about efficiency. The M5 offers more performance per watt, giving you better battery life even with the upgraded hardware. On top of that, Apple has beefed up the neural engine, allowing advanced AI features to run directly on the device. That means things like real-time object detection, instant photo adjustments, better video tracking, and faster AI features in iPadOS 26. Gamers are also getting a noticeable boost. Console-level titles that use the struggle now run smooth and immersive, especially with metal optimizations. On memory and storage, Apple isn't messing around. Every model now comes with 16 gigabytes of RAM, more than plenty of laptops out there. That means smoother multitasking, apps staying open longer, and professional tools like Logic and Final Cut running properly. Storage goes all the way up to 2 terabytes, which is a dream for filmmakers, photographers, and designers handling massive files. That kind of capacity turns the iPad Pro into an actual mobile workstation without constantly plugging into drives. Connectivity also gets a serious lift. Wi-Fi 7 support means better speeds and more stable performance, especially in crowded environments. Bluetooth 5.4 delivers stronger, more reliable accessory pairing, whether it's keyboards, headphones, or controllers. And cellular models now include Apple's best Qualcomm 5G modem yet, offering lower latency, higher speeds, and wider global compatibility. In a world built on cloud storage, streaming, and remote work, these upgrades actually matter. Battery capacity technically stays the same, 7,538 mAh for the 11-inch and 10,290 mAh for 13-inch. But thanks to OLED efficiency and M5 optimization, real-world usage should last longer. Apple is aiming for a full workday even with intense workloads like gaming or video editing. Charging remains USB-C with Thunderbolt. While some may hope for faster charging speeds, Apple seems to be betting more on smarter power usage than pure wattage. Now let's talk AI and tracking features. This iPad isn't just stronger, it's getting smarter. Apple is weaving advanced computer vision and tracking directly into the camera experience. Multi-object tracking powered by on-device neural processing means it can follow multiple subjects at once in real time. Portrait shots, group video calls, and action captures all look more focused and natural. For AR, object placement becomes more precise. For creatives, it's another layer of responsiveness and control. On the accessory side, Apple knows this device is more than an entertainment slab. Support for new attachments and creative tools is expected. The Magic Keyboard and Apple Pencil are rumored to get updates, with the Pencil potentially including haptic feedback and new sensors for a more realistic drawing and writing feel. With the M5 chip behind it, the iPad Pro 2025 turns into a portable production studio. Sketching, editing, animating, designing, composing, it's all fair game. So when's it arriving? All signs suggest an October 2025 launch, lining up perfectly with Apple's usual iPad release cycle. Pricing is expected to stay similar to last year's lineup, around $999 for the 11-inch and $1,199 for the 13-inch, with storage and cellular options raising the cost. It's not a budget buy, but Apple is clearly positioning the Pro as a valid laptop alternative for many users. So is it worth it? The M5 iPad Pro 2025 isn't just another yearly refresh. It's one of the most complete upgrades Apple has delivered in a long time. OLED across sizes, a next-gen chip with AI baked in, dual-front cameras designed for real-world use, large memory and storage options, and future-proof connectivity. Sure, the exterior looks familiar, and the battery size didn't change, but the performance leap and new features make convincing case. For creatives, students, professionals, or anyone who wants the top-tier tablet experience, this might finally be the iPad Pro that earns its price tag. In all honesty, this could be the model that truly justifies calling the iPad a laptop replacement. With that said, thanks for watching, and until next time.